they just let me think it was a worm? So listen, I'm dressed and stuff tonight because we had a birthday party for the dog. I'm kind of cleaning the garden up tonight, just a little bit. And you know why I'm cleaning the garden up, right? We're not gonna keep talking about it. So I decided to go ahead and grab a basket because I saw some shishito peppers. Delicious, delicious, delicious. The first blusher of the season. Hello, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And tonight I am outside. I have family members here because let's have a talk, y'all. Let's have a talk. So, my daughter, hey. My little cousin.
Hey.
And my sister. Yeah, so that is anise hyssop. I'm giving my sister a little thing about my plants because it's a bunch of bees on my hyssop, and she was like, there's a bunch of bees on this one. So I was just explaining to her like hyssop and things like that. She is out here because, like I said, let's talk, y'all. If y'all saw my last video, you saw that there was a point in the video where I dumped a potato bag and I said, that's giving snake. Oh my goodness, that's giving snake. And then I proceeded to put the soil back over the thing that I thought was a worm, picked it up with my gloved hands, thank God, and put it back in the bag. If you are not new here, you know I am afraid of snakes, right? You know that. It was a snake. To the supporter who said that was a snake, I appreciate you. I'm not gonna lie though, I was a little frustrated at first. I was like, why couldn't they just let me think it was a worm? But it's good to know. So here's the thing. I have not been really out in my garden because I was afraid. When I did come out here, I brought someone with me, hence why. So anyway, it was a snake, y'all. So I haven't been out here like talking about. I'm sorry that this is a little like butchery or whatever because my family is out here with me. But it was a snake. I'm scared of snakes. So I know that that snake is still in one of these bags. It was very small. So I know some people are going to be like, snakes are a part of gardening. I know snakes are a part of nature. I know all of that. It does not change the fact that I am scared of them, right? So that was a snake. I'm still out here tonight. I'm gonna pull the beans. A lot of the beans just look really terrible and I want to go ahead and get them planted out again and I could get a second crop of those. Then I also have moringa in the greenhouse that I'm trying not to actually lose, which I might still lose it, but there's 2 in here. Actually, there's 3. There's another one right there. And a spider. I know people don't like those either. Now that's something I don't mind out in the garden, but snakes I do mind and they scare me, and so that is what it is. But I want to move those moringa into these bags. Now what I do know is that the snake is somewhere in these, right? But I have bags back here, so that is where I plan to put the moringa. But first we're gonna pull some beans because, you know, like I said, I always say I have a long growing season, so I can get another crop of beans. I can get another crop of a lot of things. Now I want to use those bags to put something else in. I'm not sure what, but we're not gonna do that tonight. I was planning to do it tonight, but I'm not going to. Okay, so one thing that I am always gonna do at this point, it feels like y'all are fuzzy. I can't really tell. Anywho, hopefully you're not that fuzzy. When I say y'all, I mean me on this video. Well, listen, I am always at this point going to be wearing gloves because I think that if I had not had on gloves that day, it could have been like a really tough situation. As I understand it, it was probably a gardener snake. I think it's what it's called, gardener snake. So it wasn't gonna hurt me or anything, but someone said that some people swell. So I am pulling my beans all out. I don't want to leave any roots, but these plants look pretty bad. So we're just gonna pull them. If there are any beans on them, I will go ahead and pull those off and take them in the house. These are the first beans that I planted. So listen, I'm dressed and stuff tonight because we had a birthday party for the dog. My daughter wanted to have a birthday party for our dog. So the birthday party just kind of ended. And so I just came straight outside because I didn't have time to do this earlier. And it was very hot today. High 90s. But this was the first group, like I said, of beans that I planted back in May. So we're pulling them out. It is July the 5th today. No, it's July the 6th today. So from, what did I say? From May until now, they lasted. And I got a good amount of beans off of these plants. If you're not new here, you know I have a mold or a bowl. And so with that being said, I walk on the soil to push it back down because it goes up under. And someone told me vole is how you know vegetables, they eat vegetables. Mold, meat, that's how you know which one is which. I still don't know which one is which because I haven't seen it. I don't see anything missing per se. It's just all being pushed up. The soil is being pushed up. So today, I ended up going to the Dollar Tree because we were getting things for the puppy's birthday party. And so listen, the dollar store still had stuff. So I got a whole bunch of these yellow wax beans for $1, right? And then I got some of these tender green improved bush beans. And I got some turnips. I like turnips. I know everybody doesn't, but I think they're delicious. And then they had some dark green zucchini. This may be what I put in the bags and see if I can grow some zucchini in bags. But I probably got 10 packs. Y'all, the noise that's out here is wild. I don't know who's riding that. I think it's a motorcycle. I don't know who's riding it. But I mean, the noise out here is wild tonight. So I apologize. Anywho, my sunflower fell over in a storm, and I had it tied up, but it did not work. Anywho, so we're gonna plant a lot of these beans, the yellow beans, out because I really do want the yellow beans. My purple and yellow beans didn't do that well when I put them out the first time. I'm also about to put this hair up because it's just hot. Like I said, about 90-some degrees today. So we go plant these out. Then we're gonna move those moringa. And then I think I just saw a blushing tomato, a slice of tomato, so pretty excited about that. That'll be my first one this year. And I think it's a Cherokee purple. Yeah. Huh? Need a moment? Oh. Whew. You alright, Mama? Huh? You alright? I hope so. I hope so. Huh? I said I hope so. You're gonna be fine. I'm gonna be fine. Yeah. And I'm still out here. Thank you. I appreciate you staying with me. Okay, so we're gonna pull the peppers in this bed, but I think that I'm not going to replace them. I'll tell you why I think I'm not gonna replace them. So listen, y'all, I got my little garden seat because I'm right by the bags. Y'all gotta give me some time because I just have to process the fact that there is a snake out here. It's a small snake, but it's a snake out here. I have to process that. But the beans that's in this bed, that's the bed that's with the basil and the calendula, the sunflowers, the eggplant. I'm gonna take those beans out, but I'm not gonna replace them because what I noticed when I had pulled the potatoes is that the melons are growing. There are melons back here, right here. They are growing. There you go, so you can see. So if I take out anything that could shade them, maybe these will get to looking better and they'll start to grow. So we are gonna pull those beans. I got a nice harvest off of these beans too. but I also would like some melons. I got a lot of beans this year already. I just planted more. I didn't show y'all, but I finished planting the other 2 beds. Oh, my ring is in here. I have my rings on, and I guess when I took it off, it came off when I took the glove off. So that's what I'm gonna do, because then they can at least get some sun from the back end, and then maybe even sun from the south throughout the day, and maybe they'll start looking better, and maybe, just maybe I'll get some melons. So these plants weren't looking too bad, but they also weren't producing much anymore, and I don't know, they could have been getting shaded too. So like I said, we'll go through that pile. We'll go through that pile and pull out any beans that are on there. I do think though that this would have worked out perfectly, like the dense planting with the melons, if I had let the melons grow first before I put the beans in. But it's okay. It's all a learning lesson. So now you'll see what I was trying to do. I was trying to use lower plants to shade the soil. We don't have any shade down there. So, you know, maybe I could put like either some lettuce, some heat tolerant lettuce down there, or maybe like some turnips, because I got some turnips today. Those things grow kind of low. They're also not summer crops. A lot of them, like they don't grow, they don't taste the best in summer. They will grow in summer. So maybe I will take some time and plant some of the things that are still low growing, but I don't want it to be beans. Now turnips get pretty big too, so we'll see. But right now I want to focus on hopefully trying to get my melons to grow. But they all did sprout down here. There's melons all the way across. They just couldn't get any sun, so they didn't really grow. So that's my point in taking out the beans in this middle section, so I can see if I could get my melons to thrive. Now, I am missing a melon here. This is one small one. We're gonna leave it, see what happens. So I'll probably plant 2 more, I guess, right here. See if we can get these to grow. And I think that would be exciting if I do. Okay, so cleared the beans, replanted beans. So now you can see like there's a whole open space back here. Y'all cross your fingers for me that my melons start to grow, start to get bushy. Then maybe we can cover up some of this. We'll see. We'll give it like a week or 2 to see what happens. I did top the basil earlier. Well, no, that was last week. You saw it in my video. What you saw in that basket was literally just the tops of the basil. Y'all, it's hot out here. It is hot out here. And I'm sweating. So I did top the basil. And also the sunflowers are getting right tall in that bed. So I'm pretty excited about that. I harvested a sunflower today and I made a bouquet, and it was so pretty. I took some zinnias. I used some of my pineapple sage as like a little bit of the greenery, so you have some greenery in it. It was very pretty. So that bed is done and I'm excited about it. Let's go get the moringa. Alright, so I doubt it has much roots. I really doubt it. Yeah, there's not much roots on it. I had to take my glove off. My spot check was fighting me. But see, not many roots. But we're still going to see what we can do. We're going to move it into a bag. So I've grown moringa before in a container. It grew really well. It wasn't a bag. It was like a pot, I think. But I've grown it before. It did well. And that's why I'm hoping to get this to grow. So moringa is like a superfood, is what I hear. So you can use the leaves, crush it up, make it to like green powder, put it in smoothies, put it on your food, and it's very good for you. So I want to try to grow this again. All of my soil fell off of this one when I tried to pick it up, but we'll see. So that's what a moringa root looks like. Huh, I never seen it. All right, y'all, we going down in this bag, but I do know that it's not in this bag, so that's cool. I know that. I know where I was in the harvesting process when I saw it, and this was not it. So just like that, we have replanted moringa. We're gonna get the other ones and replant those too. So we got that done. There are some things out here that could be harvested, but we're probably not gonna harvest them just because like it is so hot out here, y'all. But I'm gonna show y'all some stuff. Oh, you know what? I need to go get some kind of melon seeds. Like, I don't even care what they are. Go ahead and put them in the soil so that I can get as much time as possible for them to grow. Let me go grab them and I'll be right back. Okay, so I found exactly 2 Minnesota midget seeds. So we're gonna go ahead and put those in here. Just gonna plant both of them in the same hole. Hope that one of them comes up. So we will see, we will see. We're gonna put it right there. Might be my hole is a little too big, but exactly 2. And my daughter she loves some cantaloupe, so I'm hoping that comes up. So I decided to go ahead and grab a basket because I saw some shishito peppers. And we all know I want every last one of those. So maybe we will do a little bit of harvesting. So, shishito peppers, we love it. Nice. So I showed me cooking these in the last video. And like a lot of people were like, you gonna make me grow shishito peppers. I hope I do because they so good. I hope that you do it. I hope that you enjoy them. And then Broke had said like he was harvesting his too late and they were hot. So these do turn red. They turn red. I don't know if I noticed that they were hotter or not. But like I said, you can absolutely get a hot one out of here. I have not had a hot one this year. My daughter got the one hot one that I know of this year. But these aren't all. There's another shishito pepper plant. Oh, let me show you the pepper plants that we have not done any kind of amending to the bags, and we moved them when they were struggling out of the greenhouse like we did those moringas. So I'm crossing my finger for the moringa because the peppers are doing good. Let me show you. There's one. Still have not even put any comfrey tea in them. That's another one right there. I showed that in my last garden tour. And then the one that was really struggling, that's that one. Looking good. Pretty sure these late potatoes that volunteered have blight. They look terrible, y'all. They look absolutely terrible. But I'm okay with that. I'm a-okay with that because, like I said before, it's not a big deal for me. And I got a lot of potatoes already anyway. So, hey, if those potatoes don't make it, I got a bunch of potatoes in the house. All right, more shishito peppers. Oh, we love it, y'all. A few more. I do harvest mine pretty small. I find that they're much more tender if I harvest them small, as opposed to letting them get really big. I find that sometimes the outside gets very like grainy or whatever. I don't know if that's even the word that I'm looking for, but I do harvest them pretty small and they're pretty delicious. Unless of course I miss them. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Tomatoes ready to go. That is, I'm gonna leave those because they look like they can get a little bit redder. This is the black cherry. I can tell it and I bet it's gonna be so sweet. We about to try this. Like I said, the cherry tomatoes don't make it in the house most of the time. I did come out here this morning and harvest some cherry tomatoes because there were quite a few ready. Must have missed this one. Delicious, delicious, delicious. Okay, there's some beans over here that I can harvest too, I think. Yeah, it's a few. They're actually kind of, oh no, there goes one that's pretty big. But they're kind of small. That's a big one. So maybe we'll harvest these in a few days because they are kind of skinny and tiny. I planted these out later than the ones that we just pulled. This is where they say succession planting. Like you plant a crop maybe 2 weeks apart from each other, and then that way you can keep getting that harvest. So like the beans I planted now, they'll actually grow like into August and September. I will probably not let them grow that long because these are the same beds that I use for my fall garden, but I'll get what I can get off of them. They're pretty like quick crops. They're pretty quick crops. So like beans I think are like 45, 50 days. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. And it also depends on the variety that you get, but they're pretty quick crops to grow. And if you do bush beans, they literally just do a whole bunch at one time too. So that's cool. But also I wanted to show you the first blusher of the season. It's getting there. I'll probably be able to harvest that tomorrow or Monday. Pretty excited. And it's my favorite variety. It is the Cherokee Purple, like I said earlier. All right, let's look through this pile of beans because I refuse to leave that pile of beans there considering my current situation. I am going to get the beans off of there tonight, and then we're gonna go ahead and put that stuff over in the compost pile that I'm not taking care of. So I want to clear something up from my last video where I was saying that my tomatoes had blossom end rot. So a lot of people came and they told me a lot of things I could do to add calcium to my soil. I am aware that blossom end rot is a calcium deficiency, right? The other thing though is if you don't water correctly, I do know that it can also cause blossom end rot. Still a calcium deficiency, but not because the soil doesn't have the calcium that the tomato needs. It's more because, you know, if it's a watering thing, because the soil is not moist enough for the vegetable to pull the calcium up. So I am aware that it's a calcium deficiency. I am trying the watering thing first because I don't want to add something to my soil that my plant does not actually need. And like I said in the video, every one of these bags were created the same way. So they all got black cow. People are asking what's in the bags, like what kind of soil I use. They all got black cow. They all got Kellogg's container soil. They all got some kind of granulated fertilizer. Some, I think this year I also did bone meal and blood meal in them. So they all have the same things in them. There are certain ones, oh, look what I did, pulling up one of these bean plants. I don't even know where that came from. It was a squash plant or a zucchini. So it's not that I don't know that. It's that I want to try and see if I start watering different, if what's in the bag is fine or if it's not needed. And I know someone said don't lose any more of your harvest. I have a lot of tomatoes out here, and with that being said, I would prefer to learn, I think, on this one than to just make a quick decision on what I'm gonna do. So I'm aware that it's a calcium thing. I am just also interested. A lot of these are like feeling kind of dried out. I might give them to the chickens. So I'm also aware of that, but I think I want to use this as a learning opportunity. And then I'll kind of know. These are also in the sun all day, where the other bags are, they don't get all that sun all day long. This bed is in the sun all day and it's always getting sun. And so I feel like those bags are drying out quicker, which is why I'm not dealing with blossom end rot anywhere else other than right here. And then there's others back here in the same bag with no blossom end rot. So I'm gonna focus on figuring these out, but I want to figure them out in a way that I learn something, if that makes sense. Another thing I decided to go ahead and do is grab these onion seed heads and let them finish drying in the house. So these are onion seeds. This onion was left, I guess, from last year. I didn't notice it. It started growing in the spring, and then it put the seed heads out. So then I let them grow and then start to dry, but now I'm gonna take them in the house. And I'm kind of cleaning the garden up tonight, just a little bit. And you know why I'm cleaning the garden up, right? We're not gonna keep talking about it. hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram where I post about the things going on in the garden just about every day. Bye, y'all.